Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Imagine using the word black. Imagine being black. Imagine going to a school that's for black people primarily. In fact, the school is actually an HBCU, which stands for Historical Black College and Universities. But you can't use the word black. If they catch you using the word black, man, they're going to penalize you. They're going to take funds away from your school. Yeah, you can't use the word black in your programming. You can't put it on leaflets. Yeah, you better not write it on a chalkboard. That's what's going on in Florida. I want you to check out this article in HBCU Game Day. FAMU officials say black never prohibited in Black History Month materials. Florida A&M University leaders say the use of the word black was never prohibited in Black History Month materials, and that a staff level error led to confusion during the review process for student organization promotions. University President Marva Johnson and College of Law leadership issued statements this week to clarify the matter following national attention sparked by a report from WKMG News 6 in Orlando. In a statement provided directly to HBCU Game Day, FAMU President Marv B. Johnson, JD, why do you got to put all that on it? Why do you just can't say Marv B. Johnson? Reaffirmed that Black history and identity remain core to the university's mission. As the state's only public historically Black university, the word Black is central to the mission and identity of Florida A&M University, Johnson said. She emphasized that neither Florida Senate Bill 266 nor Board of Governors Regulation 9.016 restricts the use of the word Black or the phrase Black History Month. The university unequivocally confirms that the use of the word black or the phrase Black History Month does not violate the letter, spirit, or intent of state or federal guidance, Johnson said. And there's Marv. President Johnson also highlighted that FAMU is currently celebrating Black History Month across the campuses with full institutional support. Events began February 1st with the opening of a new exhibition at the Meek Eaton Black Archives Research Center. Why do they have to make these damn names so long? And museum. On FAMU's main campus, programming will continue throughout the month and culminate with the university's annual Harambee Festival on February 28. Johnson said that students-led Black History Month activities in Orlando are welcome and valued extension of FAMU's broader celebration. Okay, so here's the dean addressing the so-called staff level error. Additional context emerged through an internal memo sent to the FAMU College of Law community by Cecil Howard, Associate Provost and Interim Dean of the College of Law. Howard said he met directly with students after learning about the News 6 report and made clear that no such restriction exists. The word Black is not prohibited, Howard wrote. No such restriction exists, and none has been directed by university leadership. Legal review confirms no violation of state law. So here's the thing, fam. So they're saying that, hey, there is no violation. We can use the word Black all day long. these reports that people are saying that we can't use the word black in our programming, we can't use the word black in our speeches, is totally false. That's what they're saying. They're saying it's totally false. Now, how did we get here in the first place? It's a dude named Ron DeSantis. He's a fake governor, right? And I say fake because he don't know how to govern. He's a Trump knockoff. He really swings from Trump's disco balls. And he was quoted in Politico Pro back in 2023, defending his ban on African American studies courses as Black leaders called for action. So this is how it starts, fam. It starts off, with a small snowball, and then it just, as it continues to roll down the hill, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And this is why you have to stop these uncivilized mutts in their tracks. Because had he been stopped from the get-go, there wouldn't even be these type of conversations and misunderstandings and accusations. This dude needs to be stopped. Ron DeSantis, he is a prime time uncivilized mutt. Here's what he said in a Politico Pro back in 2023. So the article reads, Governor Ron DeSantis on Monday stood by Florida's decision to reject students' access to an AP course on African American studies as outrage mounts surrounding the move, particularly among Black leaders. The Republican governor said that he supports banning the course being offered to some high school students because its lessons delve too far into political agendas, broaching topics such as queer studies and abolishing prisons. Black officials in the state, from Democratic leaders to faith leaders, however, are seeking to overturn the DeSantis administration's determination that the class significantly lacks educational value. So this is what they do, and this is one of the things that the Democrats is going to have to try to figure out. So, the Democrats are big on LGBTQ. The Republicans are big on it too, but they can't say it publicly because a lot of them are queer, right? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, fam. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because all you got to do is read the newspaper. You don't read the newspaper. Go online and just, read some of the blogs, some of the stuff that you see online. Hell, you can watch the news reports and you'll see conservative, MAGA supporters, all of these people who claim to be aligned to the right, all the time getting caught up in homosexual activities, all the time. So this is just something that they say out loud, publicly, but behind closed doors, a whole lot of them are gay. A lot of them are gay. So because you have people who are not gay, who are very adamant about men not participating in women's sports or using the women's restrooms and things like that, the Republicans oftentimes get support from a lot of straight people who don't agree really with none of their other policies, but that's where they draw the line. Everybody got their hill they're willing to die on, right? So that's where they draw the line. You got a lot of straight people on the left who don't necessarily agree with the LGBTQ lifestyle or whatever, but they don't go out of their way to try to enact certain laws and things like that to marginalize them. Where the buck stop with them is when you start talking about allowing men to participate in women's sports and to go into women's restrooms and things of that nature. That's where the problem happens. And that's where the Republicans pick up a lot of easy, cheap points. They get cheap, easy points on that subject, even though many of them practice that same lifestyle. But they get a lot of political points because they know a lot of straight people, no matter what side they're on, is totally against, certain behavior and activities, So that's where a huge divide is, and that's where Ron DeSantis get to shine. That's where he get to get a lot of easy points. Him and a lot of these guys out there on the right. We want to see the Epstein files. They throw out something about what the gays are doing. We trying to see those Epstein files. Man, let us see those Epstein. Let's talk about you being mentioned in the Epstein files more times than God and Jesus Christ have been mentioned in the Bible. Let's talk about that. No. Look over here. Look at that. They putting books into the schools and teaching homosexuality. Again, the people who are against that, they got a right to be against that. But Trump and his cronies, they don't really care one way or another. They just know that is a good way to distract people. They really don't care because they live in a bubble. The things that affect everyday American people do not affect us. Do not affect them. The things that affect everyday American people do not affect them because they live in a bubble. They got the FBI, the CIA, the DOJ, and all of the they got you looking at these alphabets over here. The alphabets over here are the ones who rule. Those ones who got those government, who has those government initiatives backing them. Those are the real alphabet boys. Those are the real gangsters. Those are the ones who really move the needle and affect your way of life. But it's hard to see that. It's hard to see the forest from the trees when they're constantly deflected. Pam Bundy, the AG, she got her hat brought to her yesterday. I'm talking about they ripped her a new one yesterday. So today you'll see Trump and the Republicans deflecting. They're going to throw something else. They're going to throw something new at us today. They probably throw 2 or 3 new things at us today. Hell, he might go start a war. Anything to deflect from those Epstein files. Anything to deflect from the fact that people can't afford eggs, the price of groceries continue to go up, the price of gas continue to go up, the price of living continue to go up. Anything to deflect that real crime needs real solutions, not Band-Aid solutions where you just go in and try to bully people for 30 days, just blitzing, bullying, beating up people, shooting people, and thinking that has some type of long-term resolution. It does not. America is trained to put Band-Aids on gun wounds. This is what America does. It's trained to put Band-Aids on gun wounds, not sit back and come up with critical solutions. Critical solutions to real life problems is what we need. They do things, they put a Band-Aid on something, okay, we got that taken care of, okay, let's move on. Instead of trying to do things that can have long-term positive outcomes. Oh, they don't mind doing things that have long-term outcomes, but how is that outcome going to affect you and I? That's the big question. I go through the comments real quick, fam, and then I'm out. Let's see what we got here. D. Bray, what it do? Connie, what's up, Connie? Connie Hodge, one of the real ones. Sylvia Love Jones, what's up? Sharetta Brummett, what's up, Miss Brummett? Juanita, look out now. Neptune, what you do, what it do, what it do? Positive vibes. Woo, don't we need some? Don't we need some? Don't we need some? Yeah, Black Friday. Yeah, I bet you they're not going to ban that. Black Friday. Speaking of Black Friday, I bet you they won't ban Black Friday. They want to ban something. I bet you they won't ban. I bet you they won't ban that. The black colleges really needs to stop relying on the government funds, making that their priority, their priority way of collecting funds and running the schools. The alumni is really, the alums, they really has to step up. You got to take care of yourself. We have to take care of ourselves. The more you can take care of yourself, the less reliant you are on others and the more power you have. These colleges are at the mercy of the government because the alums do not support the schools. They do not come back and give generously to the schools. The students do not go to the games faithfully. There is no real school spirit. And that has to change, and it starts at the top. The students ain't going to just do it automatically. It has to be a concerted effort starting from the top. And when the school is attacked, when the ethics of the school is attacked, when the integrity of the school is attacked, it is up to the Board of Governors to respond in a way that represents what they say that university is all about. And they love to use words like integrity and spirit and honesty and progressiveness. They love to use words like unity, togetherness, viability. They love those type of words. They got to have people in there that put action behind those words on a daily basis, because on a daily basis, any institution, organization, entity, person that is doing anything to help Black people in America is going to be under constant attack. You may not be able to see it, but there's somebody planning to attack you right now if you're in the position of informing Black people, aiding Black people in any way. They are watching you, and they do not like the fact that you even exist. Understand that. Racism is strong in the Ron DeSantis line. I mean, in that bloodline and that DeSantis Trump bloodline, that racism is strong. I'm talking about super strong. What I want to know, I'm going to say it again, fam. Florida A&M University, that's an historically black college. What are they going to do about that? The damn black is in the name. Black is in the name of the initiative. What are they going to do about that? Drop a comment, fam. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.